Chapter 23, Lost Ones. How they gonna take my sister's kids and give them to him? He doesn't even know them, Kitty complained. He's still considered a relative, I guess, her friend Ona said. But I'm their aunt. I should be more qualified. And that judge was so condescending, I was almost sick to my stomach. Are you gonna still fight, Kitty? Because you know, when Abeline comes out of rehab, she still won't be able to get them back, at least until she proves she can support them. Yeah, I'm gonna fight. What do you think? Just because he's a celebrity don't mean he is good for them kids. But it helped. Whose side are you on, Ona? I'm just being realistic. Come on, Caddy, you gotta be realistic about these things. You know the court can flip one way or the other. Meanwhile, at Hopeful Harmony Rehab Center, I used to leave my kids in the house for days at a time just to get my fix. Once my husband died, I checked out. Abeline sat in a chair in a circle with 5 other women. Have you spoken with your children? The counselor asked. Abeline slowly shook her head negative. I'm not even sure they want to speak to me. You know, I messed up bad. I wouldn't even want them to see me like this. I'm sure your children love you. Abeline shook her head. I don't deserve to be loved by them. Just take it one day at a time, Abeline. The woman next to her touched her shoulder gently. Once she got back to her room, she looked at the only picture she had of her children. Jack had just had his 11th birthday 3 weeks ago, and Shelley, her baby, had already turned 4, and she was not even around for it. She did not know where they were. She had only gotten information that they were in safe custody. She knew Kitty didn't have them. Even if she knew where they were, she would not try to get them back because she did not deserve to be a mother to such lovely children. Devonna, her oldest child, had been so responsible, but mothering her younger siblings was not her job. She thought about the load she used to put on her eldest child, and she cried. The child used to wash windshields just to make a few bucks, and she remembered when a man tried to abduct her while she was out washing windows. The child had come running into the apartment with her blouse torn, crying and shaking, all because she wanted to feed her younger siblings. She thought about the time when she had stolen the $40 Devonna had made assisting her teacher for a week. She remembered the look on her child's face when she realized her hard-earned money was gone. Although she never said so, she knew Devonna knew Abeline had stolen her money. She would never get over that disappointed look on her child's face after she had worked so hard after school to earn that money. And now that she was not high anymore, reality slapped her over and over. Being high helped her not to think about it, but she'd done her own kids wrong, especially Devonna. A knock at the door interrupted Abeline's thoughts. One of the counselors came in, placing her mail on the small dresser near the door. Abeline, there's a woman downstairs at the front desk who says she's your sister, and she's insisting that you take her visit. Do you know someone named Kitty Cherry? At first, Abeline had not wanted any visitors, not even her own children. It had been about 6 weeks since checking into rehab. She felt strong enough to see her sister. Besides, she wanted to know if Kitty had seen her kids. Okay, meaning you will see her? Abeline got up, followed the counselor down to the visitor's room. She and Kitty had never been close, but seeing a familiar face brought her some hope. The sisters embraced. Hey, how are you, A.B.? I'm making it. They sat across from each other. Well, you look good. Abeline wondered why her sister was being so nice. She hardly ever stopped by to see her or the kids, and whenever she needed something, she could never count on Caddy. She was too busy living up in that nice home on the north side with her husband. What brings you by? Abeline asked. Ona told me you were here. Yeah, I've been in here over 6 weeks. I didn't even want nobody to know yet. You seen my kids? That's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you. The court granted their brother temporary custody, but we got to get them back, Abeline. How long are you going to be in here? Saxton? Yeah, they're with him. I tried to get them, Abeline, but I had no win. How did they find him? I don't know, A.B., but you have to at least recommend to the judge that I keep them until you get better. Why? She wondered what this sudden concern for her children was all about. Because I'm their aunt. But he has the means to support them too. I always thought they should meet their brother and their other sister. But they never reached out to them kids, A.B. You know that. It's good they're with them. At least I know they gotta be safe. He hasn't even reached out to you, has he? I have been refusing phone calls and visits since I've been in here. I don't want my kids to see me like this, Caddy. A.B., do you want your kids back once you're better? Well, of course. I love my kids, but I made many mistakes. Then the best avenue for you to get them back is for them to be with me. Abeline put her hand up to her cheek and said, Why, though? I doubt he'll want to give them kids back to you. You are going to have to come a long way before you get them back. You know they're going to make you jump through hoops before you're ever granted custody again. I can help you. Well, let me think about it, Kitty. Abeline stood, turned towards the elevator. So you're just going to leave it at that, A.B.? This is serious, you know. I know. With that, Abeline headed towards the elevator, leaving her sister sitting there alone.